I want to get into a little bit about Micah Parsons. I've got a lot of viewers and stuff from that are following NFL draft. Specifically, I'm from Atlanta. A lot of Atlanta Falcons fans, and when I saw Micah Parsons come in sub 4.4 at 246 pounds, I said the Falcons have to be doing backflips, and it's not necessarily because they want to draft Micah Parsons. But in my opinion, Micah Parsons just became knocked on the door of the conversation of a top 5 pick. Am I wrong on that?
I think it's going to be what teams need. I mean, that's what it boils down to. Does he have top 5 talent? I mean, without question. The thing is, Scott, it's not just his numbers. It's not just his testing numbers, but he's a natural football player. When he was in high school, he was a running back. I saw him at camp here at Penn State working out as a tight end. And one of the best defensive backs at the camp could not guard him. It was unbelievable. He can play anywhere on the field. Just so happens that his best position and at the college level is linebacker. So I think what it's going to boil down to is who needs a linebacker and who is willing to invest with that high of a pick at linebacker. We know that typically teams don't do that.
And for some reason, I think the linebacker position, I mean, as a child of the 80s, the linebacker positions were the glamour positions. I mean, LT was right there. He made the linebacker position sexy, so to speak. But now it's about getting to the quarterback and then covering the guys. And the guys in the middle kind of get lost. But when you got a good one, So, for me, this isn't just a combine freak. This isn't just a guy who's been sitting out for a year, specializing with these strength and agility camps and making sure that he was ready for this pro day. He's a football player, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. As I was mentioning, you could put him anywhere. I mean, I saw him. I wasn't at the game, but State College High School here was playing his team, Harrisburg. And the coaches at State High told me there was a play where they kicked the ball short to try to avoid him. He was returning kickoffs, and the guy in front of him fumbled. He goes up, picks the ball up, and runs for a touchdown. The other thing, Scott, is he's an every down player. So you want to talk about rushing the passer? He was a 5-star defensive end in high school. He could rush the passer here at Penn State. He can drop into coverage because obviously he has the speed to do that, and he can really stick people. So that's what I think sets him apart from a lot of the other linebackers who are out there, is that he will be on the field. He can be on the field for every single down. Even when teams go nickel dime, you could put him out there in any different spot, and he's going to be productive for you.
Well, and as I'm looking at the Atlanta Falcons at 4, the prospect of them taking, there's 2 positions that the Atlanta Falcons are fairly set at: wide receiver and linebacker. But if you start talking about that best available player, Micah Parsons starts fitting that bill a little bit. And the idea of 245 pounds of Micah Parsons next to Deion Jones, who's 215 and can fly for Atlanta, and pairing those two at linebacker is a pretty enticing option.